Let's talk a little bit about the Eclipse party we had this weekend.
Hi, I'm Julie.
And I'm the painter.
He's Jason, my handsome, talented, smart, wonderful, and amazing husband. Even though we're very different and I drive him a little bit crazy, together we're a happily married couple living a wonderful life.
So click subscribe and listen in as we put our comical odd couple spin on relationships, life, travel, and everyday realities of growing older together.
Yeah, wasn't that a lot of fun, honey?
Yeah, it was a good time. So you came up with the idea, though. So anyway, total eclipse coming into central Indiana. I mean, this was...
Total eclipse of the sun.
But anyway, the area where we live has been identified as a perfect area. Yeah, perfect area to view totality, right?
Totality.
So I wasn't really thinking that much about it. I mean, at work they were raising hell about it because I work in this small town and they're all paranoid about this invasion of tens of thousands of people coming from all over the place to see this eclipse.
And did it happen?
I don't even know. I think it did.
Actually, I heard that Franklin was just inundated with people, but they did a really good job of planning for it.
Yeah. But anyway, you had you got the idea of having an eclipse party earlier in the week, right?
No, it wasn't me. No. So my dearest best friend, I call her AA. AA. Her name's Amelia Ann, but ever since we were little, we call her AA. So
yeah, which makes me think of a 12-step program.
It does. But she's my dear, dear friend, and she's a very qualified professional. No, yeah, her name's Amelia Ann, and she goes by Amelia professionally, but we all call her AA. So AA sent me a message, I don't know, not very long ago, a week and a half ago, and said, hey, what are you doing for the eclipse? And I said, when is it? I said, I know it's coming up, but when is it? And it was on a Monday, so I'm like, I got to work, but you're welcome to come over. She just lives about 3 hours away in Columbus, so she would have been in about like 90% totality, but not totality. So I said, come over for sure. So she and her husband came over, and
so you let me know, hey man, AA and Bill's coming.
Yeah, they're coming.
And so going into the weekend, it's like, oh crap, we got to get the house ready.
Yeah. And I said, take the day off for the eclipse because traffic was supposed to be crazy. And
so being that they were here, I went ahead and scheduled a vacation day for Monday. So
then they came on Sunday, and we we got ready for them and everything, and they came, and we're all happy to see them, and we're getting ready to go out to dinner. And then one of my friends from Louisville, one of my other best friends, said, hey, I understand AA is going to be there. What if we come up too? Would you mind having some more last minute guests? And I'm like, no, come on, we'll make room for you. So then another couple came up.
By then we had already planned this really nice dinner out with AA and her husband.
Yeah, but they didn't come till after dinner. They were like, we won't get there till 8 or 9. I'm like, well, that's perfect. That gives us enough time to go out to dinner. So
we went to a great restaurant.
Oh, we did.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, it was fabulous.
Nice.
You were looking for a middle of the road, nice, which wound up being an Italian restaurant up on the north side of town. Yeah. What was it called?
Capri. It was Capri. It's a very nice restaurant. We've been there twice now.
Oh, and I forgot how nice it was. Yeah. It was really nice. White tablecloths and just very nice.
Very nice. And so we had a lovely, lovely grown-up dinner. It was awesome. And then as soon as we got home, my other friends from Louisville, Jenny and Mark, showed up, and then we had a blast. It was totally...
You called it a grown-up dinner as if we got a bunch of little kids or something.
Well, we didn't have to take any...
Like you're clutching onto your motherhood years.
No, we didn't have to take any kids with us. It was just a nice, relaxing dinner. Yeah, I tried to pick a place that wasn't too loud and was relaxed and had good food, and it was awesome.
It wound up being perfect, yeah.
It was nice. And then we came back home and hung out with all of us, and AA and I actually both had to work the next day.
Well, it was shortly after we got home that
Jenny
and Mark showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we stayed up kind of late, and AA and I both had to work
for
the
yourselves.
Next day.
I went to bed.
Yeah, you did go to bed. You did. I had an itch.
I hit a brick wall, and I know everybody was like just starting to go with partying and having a good time, and I'm like, hey guys, I'm out. See you.
So what we did actually when we stayed up was watch the podcast on the. They hadn't seen all the podcasts, so I made them watch our podcast.
They were victimized by the podcast.
And then we went to bed, and then the next day we got up. Some of us did some work. You made breakfast for everyone, which was lovely. Yeah. And then we watched the eclipse, which.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I wasn't really too excited about the eclipse, but it wound up being really cool.
It was very cool. And same thing, in 2017. So from what I understand, I don't really know that much about eclipses. I'm not an astronomer, but I guess that was that was a lunar eclipse, and this was a solar eclipse.
Yeah, this was a total solar eclipse.
And that was a lunar eclipse?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I watched the one.
I don't remember that one.
Yes, you do. We were dating, and you got your glasses, and we watched it, and you were like, but it wasn't that awesome. It was cool, but it wasn't that awesome. This was freaking life-changing awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know about life-changing.
Yes.
I don't know about life-changing.
Jason.
It was cool.
I've never seen anything.
No, I never have either, man. You put the glasses on, and you're staring up at the sky, right at the sun with these really dark glasses, and suddenly it becomes an eclipse sun, or no, not eclipse, but like a crescent sun. Like you think of a crescent moon. Well, it's freaking weird when you're looking at the sun and it's a crescent.
But it wasn't. To me, that wasn't the two things that were the most amazing. Is that even if there's just a sliver of sun left.
Oh yeah,
there's enough sunlight to survive.
Perfectly bright outside.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was like 10 degrees cooler and dark. It was crazy.
But
it was like crazy.
What you were saying about even just with a sliver of the sun showing, it's still daylight out, which just gives you a sense of how powerful the sun is.
And then when there was the total eclipse, it was you could see Venus, you could see stars.
Yeah.
It was dark.
In the middle of the daytime, you could see stars.
And my son with autism had his glasses on, and he was kind of bored in the beginning. He would look and be like, okay, yeah. And then after a while, he just would have them on and watch. He was completely mesmerized. And maybe not life-changing, but, I mean, we'll never see it again.
No,
We've never
really
seen
cool.
it before.
And
some people go their whole lives without ever seeing it.
I agreed. One of the really cool things about it was just minutes before it went to totality, and it got dark out in the middle of the day. You could just feel the temperature drop.
Like 10 degrees.
Oh yeah, just a dramatic drop in temperature. It was a beautiful day. I mean, here it is, early spring in Indiana, and it was like in the
76 degrees.
Yeah, mid 70s, and suddenly the temperature just dropped to in the 60s. And you could feel the wind kind of pick up a little bit, which was probably there before, but you didn't notice because it was warm.
Yeah, I don't know, but
yeah, and then it just, I mean, it got dark. It wasn't like pitch black because there's still a ring of light around the moon.
And you can see in the distance, light in the distance, but it was nothing. Yeah, it was cool.
And then suddenly, once it hit totality, you could take those dark glasses off and look straight at the sun. Mm-hmm. And see just this ring of light around the moon. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
And certainly never will again.
And I will tell you, like I said, I was same thing from the 2017 thing. I went to work that day. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. So this was way, way, way cooler, and it was great to be with friends, and we had a great day. So
it was pretty good.
And then we had an awesome dinner after that. You made an awesome dinner. And
I cooked.
A brisket.
I did a brisket
and a pork loin.
I did a brisket in a Dutch oven, and then I cooked pork loin on the grill with it was like a raspberry garlic
jalapeno.
It was raspberry jalapeno and red wine sauce. It was really good.
Yeah, it was a delicious dinner, and we had freezer corn, which if any of you are not from the Midwest, it's like listen. Here's what we do in the Midwest when the corn comes in, especially in Indiana.
Yeah, because Indiana sweet corn is the best.
I grew up in Louisville. It's 100 miles away. I had no idea how good corn was until I moved to Indiana. I mean, I thought it was ridiculous.
It's one of our specialties.
So when corn comes in, we buy a bunch of it and we cook it and we take it off the cob.
Yeah, I boil it out for 10 minutes, and then I just carve it off the cob, and then we put it in.
And then we freeze it in bags.
Yeah, just put it in heavy-duty Ziplocs and freeze it, and it's good all year round.
Yeah, and people here, you don't have to can it. You don't have to do anything crazy. People here just call it freezer corn, and we keep it so we have freezer corn for the holidays and throughout the year. Man. It is delicious, and it's a treat. So
so we had brisket, we had grilled pork tenderloin, freezer corn, and
Brussels sprouts.
And you made some really good Brussels sprouts. Yeah,
and, it was a yummy dinner, and we snacked all day. When my friends come, we eat well. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can eat.
Yeah. We're not always like that, but we can eat. Yeah. So Jason,
no, I'm telling you, when you have your girlfriends over, it blows my mind. I mean, these are the same kind of women when you're out at a restaurant. They just kind of pick, and they're too dainty to eat much. Man, at the house when they're over, they just fucking eat. Man, it's nonstop.
You know, what did I tell you about women that like to eat?
Yeah. There's another episode. You said they were better in bed.
Women that like to eat are better in the sack. Yeah. So. So there you go. But we all like to eat.
I like women that like to eat.
Yeah, and it's fun. We have fun. We do have. Jason always makes us breakfast. I don't eat like that all the time, but we eat breakfast. We have snacks. We have dinner. Then we have snacks.
And then you take a break, and then you have snacks.
Yeah. It's true. We eat a lot. Yeah. It is what it is. So we had a great weekend. It was awesome being with my friends and sharing this like once in a lifetime experience with some of my best buddies. And
at the end of the day, the solar eclipse was pretty cool.
It was very cool. Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, everybody in Indiana is talking about it still. Yeah,
I mean, we're very lucky. It's not going to happen. I heard the next one that's going to happen in North America is only going to be in like the Dakotas and Montana, and there's not going to be another one.
And there's only like 3 or 4 people that live out there,
right? Right. There's not going to be another one in this area till well after we're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our one and only chance. So it was cool.
But we did it.
And we did it. It was fun.